Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Fine Arts Center commencement for the class of 2022. You can go ahead and applaud. There you go. Thank you. On this wonderful evening, for this very special occasion, the first commencement on our campus in 3 years, let's start by giving thanks to those who made tonight's ceremony possible. First, thank you to Dr. Carlos Grant and our neighbors at Wadehampton High School for the use of their facility as we celebrate our class of 2022. We work very closely with our neighbors to ensure that our shared campus runs safely and efficiently, and we are grateful for your partnership. The school does not run without our personnel. To our custodians, Perry, Chris, Daryl, Keith, and Mike, and our security officer, Rosie, thank you for working every day to ensure that Thank you for working every day to ensure that our students and faculty have everything they need to create art with one another. From greeting and screening visitors, to setting up for events, to singing with joy throughout the hallways, Perry. I say we have the best staff around. And speaking of which, thank you to our main office and guidance staff. Miss Erin Poole, Mrs. Dawn Bryan, Ms. Gloria Collins, and Mrs. Catherine Ryan. They are the heartbeat of our school, handling every component of our logistical operations with poise and professionalism. They are the unsung heroes, working behind the scenes to ensure that every I is dotted and every T is crossed. Thank you to Ms. Nicole Michelle, who in her first year as our assistant director has shown herself to be a constant presence in the classrooms, a support to students and faculty, a professional of the highest order, and an absolute epic manager of our Instagram account. Thank you to the faculty and staff of the FAC. We, all of us here, have traversed a very challenging time in our history. Our educators have met the increased demands of this time, providing the rigorous instruction that you would expect from our school, while rising to meet the challenge of caring for young people who have been through a traumatic 2 years. We've embraced social-emotional learning, educated ourselves on trauma-informed practices, and work tirelessly to foster a school climate and culture that students run to, not from. Fine Arts Center faculty, please stand and be recognized. Special thanks to CC Disharoon, Eddie Howard, and our crew of student techs who are working behind the scenes to make tonight's event a success. We are in our third different commencement venue in 3 years, so it's kind of like the first year all over again. And they have once again risen to the challenge. I'd also like to recognize our junior marshals under the direction of FAC architecture instructor Catherine Smith and fiber arts instructor April Dalsha. Thank you for all you have done as part of tonight's proceedings. Thank you to Dr. Burke Royster, Superintendent of Greenville County Schools, and the entire district administrative team, including and especially our Director of Visual and Performing Arts, Mr. Bradley Wingate, for your constant support and advocacy for our school. Thank you to the Board of Trustees, whose dedication to all the students of Greenville County School, especially to the Fine Arts Center students, is unmatched. In attendance tonight to honor our students are Miss Sarah Doolin, Miss Linda Leventis Wells, Mr. Chuck Sailors, Mr. Patrick Sudduth, and I believe also Miss Michelle Goodwin Caldwell, correct? There you go, sorry, I had you seated on the other side. Thank you for being here, we really appreciate it. Am I leaving anybody now? I don't think so. We're good, okay, great. Well, how about a round of applause for our Board of Trustees? Thank you. We'd like to give a special shout out to Miss Linda Leventis Wells, who represents our area. Thank you for always being an advocate for our school. And finally, thank you to the parents of the FAC class of 2022. There is no more challenging job than parenting. The progression of how our children see us is nothing short of astounding. We start out by being everything to our children. They rely on us to teach them literally everything, and we do our best to instill strong values in them. At some point, our role is transitioned over to on-demand chauffeur, and eventually, according to our children, we have no idea what we're talking about. Students, through it all, you've had someone or someone's at home who loves you unconditionally, more than anything in the world, and who has put you in the position to be where you are today. I ask now that our FAC graduates give their parents and family members a round of applause. At last year's commencement, I spoke to the FAC seniors about perspective. I shared stories of my maternal grandparents who, when times were tough, often advised me, "This too shall pass." And tough times have passed while more tough times have come. A year ago, things were different, but also the same. I'd like to talk to our graduates again about perspective, but from a different perspective. You see, as I'm getting older, I'm happily figuring out that I don't know everything. There's so much more for me to learn, and that I can be a better listener. These lessons started for me back in 2005 when I was the 8th grade band director at Randolph Middle School in northern New Jersey. At that time, I engaged in a life-changing music professional development experience with a legend in the education field, Dr. Edward Lisk. We did hands-on rehearsals that culminated in a performance at Philadelphia's Verizon Hall. It was one of the finest performance experiences of my life. Ed's teaching methods are centered around listening and teamwork, where students learn two main components: to be in an ensemble means to work as one, and that you are always to listen louder than you play. This was a new perspective for me, one that was empowering to me as an educator and subsequently to my students as performers. So I would tell them over and over three things. 1, if you can hear only yourself, you are too loud. Listen for others as well as yourself. 2, if you can hear only yourself and you are playing softer, you have a poor tone. Pay attention to the basics and use good fundamentals. And 3, if you can hear only yourself and you are playing softer and with a good tone, you are out of tune. Don't wait for others to take responsibility. Be first to make an adjustment so that we are in harmony. Instead of a traditional learning model where the band director is the sole source of information and directs every action of the group, we engage in a process of self-governance. Individuals were responsible for increasing understanding through listening and personal accountability. No pointing fingers, no saying I'm right. We were all to assume that self-reflection was the key to group success. And as a result, our ensemble performances reached new heights, and the educational experience is more rewarding than we could imagine. At the time, I saw this as a path to musical excellence, but now I can see it as a metaphor for personal improvement, and I challenge you, the class of 2022, to hear this lesson now. I'm not saying don't be unique. I'm not saying conform to groupthink. I'm not saying that sometimes being loud and out of tune, in a sense, is bad. Might not be. Poor tone, on the other hand, should always be avoided. Always advocate for yourself and your beliefs, students. Always stand up for what you believe is fair and just, and always give a voice to those who do not have one. What I am saying is that too often we enter situations and interactions to be heard first, to impose our ideas on others, and to think that others are the problem. These approaches are all ego-based. There are times when a solo performance is what is called for. Most times, however, it's about being a better teammate. So if you want to influence others, let others influence you. I said recently during a whole school meeting to our students that you are the change agents of society, that your actions will dictate the course of our culture and our country. And in my opinion, it starts with listening so that you can understand another person's perspective. Make sure you hear yourself, adjust accordingly so that others can be heard, and contribute to the ensemble being one. My friends, you leave the FAC with skills that translate to a multitude of career options. Your fellow seniors represent a network of future professionals in so many different fields, providing meaningful future connections that you can depend on. Never forget the projects over the past few years that were so hard that you wanted to quit, but you persevered. Never forget how tough things were in 2020 and 2021 and how amazing it feels to return to a sense of normalcy. Never forget the magic of Showcase and how it feels to belong to a community of like-minded, dedicated artists who love you unconditionally. Your FAC family will always be here for you, supporting you as you pursue your dreams. Thank you. And now I would like to take a moment to introduce our guest speaker. Glenis Redmond is a performance poet, a Kennedy Center teaching artist, and a Cave Canem alumnus. She is the author of 3 books of poetry and will have 3 more books published this year in 2022. Since 2014, she has served as the mentor poet for the National Student Poets Program through Scholastic Art and Writing Awards. In the past, she has prepared these exceptional youth poets to read at the Library of Congress, the Department of Education, and for First Lady Michelle Obama at the White House. Her poetry has been showcased on NPR and PBS and has been most recently published in Orion Magazine, Story South, and the New York Times, as well as numerous literary journals, I got it, nationally and internationally. In 2020, Glenis received the highest arts award in South Carolina, the Governor's Award. She was inducted into the Greenville County Schools Hall of Fame earlier this year and to the South Carolina Academy of Authors in April. Please give a warm welcome to Glenis Redman.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm from South Carolina. So when I say good evening, you got to talk back. All right, good evening. Good evening. It is so wonderful to be here this evening, and I want to thank your wonderful director, V. Popat, for this invitation to speak to you all tonight. I hope that what I say has some relevance. I also before I wrote a small poem for you all, but I want to tell you a little bit about myself. I'm really envious of you graduates from the Fine Arts Center. 42 years ago, I had the opportunity to go to the Fine Arts Center, and I didn't. I was a first-generation college student, and I had to do the college track and so at some point, I'm looking forward to becoming an honorary Fine Arts Center graduate. I'm just saying. In all sincerity, I want to say that I am not a seamstress, but I come from a long, uninterrupted line of them. Women who took needle in hand, stitched together cast-offs and outgrown clothes that held our family together by patching pieces. People call me a performance poet, but I don't perform poetry. I make meaning from memory. With pen in hand, I scrawl on paper. I remember what's been dismembered. Breathe life into poems and bid them to talk, walk, and dance. I make a quilt in verse from my Afro-Carolinian lineage. During these last 2 years of COVID, I battled cancer, stage 3 multiple myeloma. I became feeble, almost died 3 times with a stem cell transplant and 2 bouts of pneumonia. So you all tonight, I am glad to be anywhere. I'm especially glad to be here with you graduates tonight, family and friends, teachers, staff, and everyone. Graduates, you have managed in a challenging time, and you will have stories to tell down the line. And it probably will go something like, I graduated back in 2022 during a pandemic. And then you will unfurl your beautiful, noble story, and no one will be able to top you. This poem I wrote for you all is called Always a Maker. Remember how you got here? Via a village and your own volition. It was your hand that submitted the application by way of portfolio of paintings, of photography, prose, or poetry, or you gave your sweaty palm all in an audition. Yes, you were chosen, but it was you who placed yourself on this timeline at the Fine Arts Center so you could live at your center, the heart, making art. This spurred while turning in concentric circles with other creatives. This spurred you to burn and churn. You've been taught and tutored well, but I say, hold on to everything you've learned as you leap to the next branch. Whether it's college or the workforce, if I can grant you one wish, I hope you will always remain a maker, a creator, always grasping ideas from the storm clouds of your imagination. I hope you continue to make well-crafted pieces that speak. May you always wear your artistry inside out, so you thoroughly glow as you go. Shimmer and reflect what brings you alive. We all want to know how you got over and through valleys and how you made your alpinist climb. We want to hear you speak, write, dance, play, and sing your singular I loud. Weave it into the collective we. Whether in nightmares or sweet dreams, we want to be brought along by you. Remember your wit. We want to laugh, guffaw, and chortle too. Also, make meaning not just with your craft, but with the real stuff of relationships, be they romantic, platonic, or familial. There's no textbook for this. The mix-ups and the mess-ups, the do-overs and the try and try again, the showing up for others, the ones that have showed up for you, the stuff of living, bruised fingertips and toes, bleary eyes and hoarse voice, the polishing of your gift, your art, your fresh gaze is an alchemical expression. No one fully understands your magic, not even you. So just spin, quilt fault lines into lifelines. Be driven by your own plotting. Make allowances for your fumblings. Give yourself enough space and room to grow, especially when your anxiety speaks the highest and the loudest. Show up anyway. Don't give in to your shadow self. Step into the light while knowing you are the light. No matter if your voice wavers, it does not matter because you matter. Live in the push and pull of going against the grain. Always a maker bee. It's within you. It is you. A lifetime of coursing, of love, empathy, rage, and resiliency. Carry on in this uncanny time where sorrow sits right next to celebration. This is the way life goes. We are in the thick of it, but don't double down. Don't back off. Go forth. Your gleaming is much needed. Stay making. We are waiting for the heft, the hum of your trembling brilliance. From the bits and pieces, you create bespoke remnants, strewn with hope and meaning. We're waiting. We are waiting for what you have at hand. Make way and tread on.
I think we can have you graduate today. Thank you. Thank you, Glennis. Thank you again. At this time, we will move on to our presentation of scholarships. Fine Arts Center is proud to present 8 scholarships at today's commencement ceremony. Just 2 years ago, we presented 3. We are grateful to our donors, some of which will be presenting awards today for providing additional opportunities for our students. It is important to note that deciding scholarship recipients is a very difficult process, as each award had a number of outstanding candidates, all of whom were worthy. When I announced the recipient, I asked that the student come to the stage to receive their certificate and well-earned applause from our guest. And we didn't rehearse this yesterday, so students, you don't have to do the whole walk around everybody thing. We're just gonna go right back down. All right, so we are going to start with the Mickel Jazz Scholarship, which I will be presenting this evening. The Mickel Jazz Scholarship was established to support an FAC student's pursuit of education in jazz studies at the collegiate level. This scholarship is this scholarship is in its 2nd year, thanks to a very generous donation from FAC supporter Charlie Mickel. Qualifying students are identified through their body of work in the Fine Arts Center Studio Jazz program. The recipient of the scholarship is a senior who demonstrates a high level of achievement, strong academics, leadership qualities, consistent efforts, and citizenship within the community. This year's recipient is a leader, but not a loud one in voice. He lets his musicianship and work ethic do the talking, serving as a source of infectious energy in jazz combos. He influences others from the back of the band, making musical decisions that increase dynamic impact, tempo, and groove. He is an outstanding percussionist who will be taking his talents to the University of South Carolina to major in music. Please join me in congratulating the winner of the 2022 Mickel Jazz Scholarship, Alwyn Edwards. Next scholarship is the Michael Rice Scholarship. Michael Rice was the vocal instructor at the Fine Arts Center for more than 30 years. To say that he was an influential educator is an understatement. Michael inspired excellence from every person he encountered, using his extensive skills as a multilinguist, opera singer, pianist, and vocal coach to inspire both students and colleagues alike. This scholarship is awarded to an outstanding senior in the FAC Voice Studio. It is my pleasure and honor to present the Michael Rice Scholarship to a student who has demonstrated exceptional musical growth, commitment to excellence, leadership skills, and the ability to work with others. She is headed to Furman University to double major in vocal performance and communication studies. Congratulations to Haley Glenn. In the spring of 2021, Bill and Laura Pelham, arts and education philanthropists, established the Pelham Architecture Scholarship. The scholarship supports a Fine Arts Center student from the FAC Architecture program who continues to pursue a degree in architecture from Clemson University. This needs-based scholarship offers $15,000 per year for up to 4 years. Here to present the award tonight are Bill Pelham and FAC Director Emeritus, Dr. Roy Fleur.
Thank you. This is the second year we've presented. Jack Austin received it last summer, so we missed this particular event, but from now on we'll do it at this event. So the winner of the scholarship is Abby Brooks. So, will you join me?
Because I knew Frank led right.
Dr. Fleur was the source of the original idea to have as you might imagine, to have an architecture program in a high school, and called me up about 11 years ago and said, I'd like to do this, what do you think? And I said, it's brilliant. He said, can you connect me with Clemson? I said, oh yeah, no problem. So that's how it was created. And this is the 10th year, Catherine, is that correct?
We're finishing our ninth.
Ninth, okay. Close. Thank you, Dr. Fleur.
Thank you, Mr. Pelham.
Debbie Reed Cook was an artist, art educator, teacher, and lecturer. She inspired her students at Pickens High School, the South Carolina Governor's School for the Arts and Humanities, and the Fine Arts Center before retiring in 2011. Debbie received awards and grants from the National Endowment for the Humanities, the Robert Rauschenberg Foundation, the South Carolina Arts Commission, the South Carolina Department of Education, and the South Carolina Art Education Association. She was selected to be a fellow for the Japan Fulbright Memorial Fund Teacher Program in Tokyo. This scholarship is awarded to an outstanding senior visual arts student. Here to present the award from the Debbie Cook Endowment for the Arts are Sterling Lankin and Martha Dolge.
Hi there, I'm Sterling Lankin and this is Martha Dolge, and we're with the Debbie Cook Endowment, and everything Dee said about Debbie was true, and he forgot that she was a force of nature, and the happiest years of her career were teaching photography at the Fine Arts Center. And so this is our 5th year here awarding a scholarship, and we're thrilled to announce that the 2022 winner of the Debbie Cook Scholarship in Visual Arts by unanimous vote of the committee goes to Miss Emma Lang.
A new scholarship this year is the Jacob Calhoun Stevens Memorial Scholarship. Jacob was a 1995 graduate of Wade Hampton High School and the Fine Arts Center. He went on to graduate from both the University of Pennsylvania and the Pennsylvania Academy of Fine Arts, where he specialized in painting and sculpture. The scholarship serves to honor his memory and continue his legacy at the Fine Arts Center. Here to present the award tonight is Jacob's sister, Dr. Laurel Shaler.
Thank you for having me. As was just stated, I am here tonight for the first time to award this scholarship, but certainly we hope that this will be a lasting one for many years to come. I'm representing my family, my beloved brother Jake, who passed away 3 years ago. It's sad being here tonight. There's a lot of sadness for me, but also I'm filled with so much hope, looking out at all of you and how you're going to continue his legacy, his passion for the visual arts. And it wasn't easy to make a decision because there were some incredibly talented, I can't believe that we were looking at work produced by high schoolers. It was amazing. But the winner of this award also had so much more going for them. But most importantly, what was shared with us is just this person's kindness and humility. And so I'm delighted tonight to award Madeline Lady this.
Our next scholarship is the David Lee Nelson Memorial Scholarship. Here to present the award tonight is David's mother, Ann Nelson.
Thank you for inviting me to be a part of this very important event. The Fine Arts Center has been an integral part of our family for many years. All of our children were a part of ARMS, and 2 of our children attended Fine Arts Center. It was an honor for them to be accepted, but part of the excitement was being able to leave the Wade Hampton campus to attend classes. It was not without sacrifices. One of our daughters went to summer school so she could meet all her requirements for graduation. Another daughter attended 2 high schools in order to fit an AP class into her schedule and not give up the Fine Arts Center. I know that you have all had to make sacrifices in order to reach the level of success that you have reached. You have had to meet the requirements of the regular high school curriculum, plus meet the requirements of the Fine Arts Center, which are not just a walk across campus. The work has included difficult projects, performances, and presentations. There have been late nights of work, extra practices, and lots of memorization. Your families have had to go through early drop-offs, late pickups, sore muscles, sore hands, sore feet, and sore throats, and tears. Parents, from experiences, I can say it is worth it. Your children and their talents are worth it. Thank you for your sacrifices. Be very, very proud of these accomplishments of your children. So it was with an honor for all of us when David began teaching here. He felt so at home. He was so excited about the work you students were involved in and what you produced. David loved words. He enjoyed reading them, writing them, and being creative with them. In the play Hamlet, Lord Polonius said, "What do you read, my lord?" Hamlet replied, "Words, words, words." This was one of Davy's favorite lines from the play. Davy encouraged his students to write daily, the good, the bad, the worry, the fear, the accomplishments, to use words as an outlet for their feelings. He also felt the importance of being in the moment. This feeling of carpe diem became very important to him as he struggled with his cancer. Life is too short not to enjoy the moments that you have. David loved students here at the Fine Arts Center. He was so impressed with your creativity and talent. He loved being a part of your lives here. On the night before he died, I asked him what were his plans for the evening. He said, "I'm working on my lessons for tomorrow." On this, your special day, I leave these thoughts with you. These are things Davy believed in. Seize your days. Number 2, be where your feet are. That means enjoy your moments in the now and not worry about looking ahead. And do what you love. Davy used to say, "It's my time to shine," when he wanted all of us to hear what he had to say. So it is now your time to shine, to go out and light up the world. Davy's wife Jamie and his best friend Adam Knight, who also graduated from the Fine Arts Center, established this scholarship from the proceeds of his book, Hope in the Time of Chemo. It is in his memory to continue to share their love for the arts. So in honor, and it is my honor, and memory of my son, David Lee Nelson II, excuse me, I have the privilege of presenting this scholarship to Caroline Belanger.
Dr. Roy S. Fleur served as director of the Fine Arts Center from 1989 to 2017. His unmatched dedication to the students and staff helped establish the FAC as a premier arts educational institution. This scholarship is awarded to a graduating senior who demonstrates artistic excellence, along with the intent to study the arts at a collegiate, university, or conservatory level. I would like to invite Dr. Fleur back to the podium to present this award.
Thank you, V. You'll have to excuse me. I went to another ceremony, graduation ceremony in Kansas City this past weekend, and I came back with Darth Vader's voice, which is what I've always wanted. So beware if I call you. Okay. V told me I have just a few minutes, so let me take my notes. Call me Ishmael. No.
Oh.
I've listened to these scholarship awards. I've watched you march in. And you all exemplify the model of the school. You carry it with you. Carry it with you the rest of your life. What's the motto? The motto is, when you come to the Fine Arts Center, excellence is a daily expectation, not a single act. You do it daily. And those who've won the scholarships, and you sitting out there have done it daily. You faced in an environment peculiarly devoted to what you are and what you can do. And here you are. And as V said earlier, Mr. Popan, I'm sorry, as V said earlier, you walk out of here with many opportunities. So, the person who's won my scholarship, and I'll watch that person the rest of his or her life. Okay. Exemplifies that, embodies that. The grade point average of 4.7, and whose artistic ability garnered him invitations to 6 major universities. This summer, he'll be playing with the National Youth Orchestra, and in the fall, he'll be going to University of Southern California, Preston Spisak.
our final scholarship. Sheffield Wood was a graduate of the Fine Arts Center in the International Baccalaureate program at Southside High School. She was the first student in Greenville County to complete the International Baccalaureate Design program, and upon submission of her portfolio, earned one of the highest scores in the world for her efforts. The scholarship recipient is chosen by a committee of community members with priority placed on academic achievement and the embodiment of Sheffield's spirit of kindness and generosity. It is my pleasure to announce the recipient of this Sheffield Wood Scholarship, a student who has demonstrated outstanding academics, work ethic, and creativity. She has shown a commitment to volunteering in the community, and her films have garnered her acclaim in numerous competitions. She's the FAC Honor Student of the Year and will be attending DePaul University to study film production. Congratulations to Sarah McFeely. I mentioned to many people that this ceremony will take 1 hour. That is not going to happen. At this time, I would like to welcome the Fine Arts Center Assistant Director, Ms. Nicole Mickel, for the presentation of certificates to our class of 2022.
Jordan Yasmin Abtahi. Andrew Addis. Ronnie Fauzia Akinyele. Cass Hardy All. Outstanding Strings, Chamber Music, and Music and Media, Chloe Arnold. Zeke Barton. Carly Batson. Skylar Grace Baumgartner. Caroline Belangia. L'Oreal Bowers Bernier. Hugo Bowling. Abby Brooks. Shemaya Brown. Outstanding Senior in Creative Writing, Veronica Buren. Tyler Bush. Ryan Carroll. James Thomas Carter. Outstanding Senior in Visual Arts, Addison Kate. Madison Chiang. Sophia Erin Cipolone. Camille Krebs. Sydney Daly. Outstanding Senior in Visual Arts, Genesis Daniels. Keenan Dean. Henry Delaney. Sarah Dixon. Emily Kate Donnan. Outstanding Senior in Recording Arts, Joshua Dost. Alyssa Detka. Alwyn Edwards. Elijah Espinoza. Emily Marcelina Esteban. Elias Fowler. Hudson Freese. Rebecca Fuentes. Finnegan Garrity. Anoa Gonzalez. Callie Gosnell. Micah Grover. Chaz Haynes. Lofton Karina Leverett. Outstanding Senior in Visual Arts, Terry Lucille Hall. David Hom. Juliana Harris. Cassandra Hernandez Zuniga. Outstanding Senior in Digital Filmmaking, Prosser Harriman. Outstanding Senior in Winds Chamber Chamber Music, Elijah Hicks. Lainey Huggins. Lily Engel. Emmeline Jantz. Alexandra Jennings. Miles Jernigan. Outstanding Senior, Music and Media, Caleb Jiva. Anna Noble. Abby Codelingham. Marsh Crawl. Outstanding Senior in Visual Arts, Emma Lang. Patrick Lane. Isabella Lawrence. Outstanding Senior in Visual Arts, Madeline Lady. Meijun Lin. Outstanding Senior in Media Tech, Macy Livesay. Jessica Lyons. Maddie Mann. Sydney McAfee. Outstanding Senior in Theater Design and Production, Morgan McLean. Outstanding Senior in Digital Filmmaking and Fine Arts Center Honors Student, Sarah McFeely. Evelyn Messner. Outstanding Senior in Music Theory, Charlotte Esther Moore. Liam Morgan. Christiana Negron. Joseph Patrick. Autumn Paz. Anna Payne. Ella Aaron Poinsett. Philip Popovich. Morgan Powell. Johnny Marie Fuhong Purtle. Sarayu Rath. Sophia Caroline Reynolds. Madeline Ryan. Ramasia Robinson. Outstanding Senior in Jazz Studies, Ethan Robb. Zach Sanderson. Anna Saubre. Audrey Savage. Ian Scogan. Elizabeth Scott. Harper Lily Scott. Morgan Scott. Outstanding Senior in Dance, Jordan Ann Shannon. Olivia Sherman. Micaiah Smith. Margaret Smith. Outstanding Senior in Percussion, Preston Spizak. Jack Stevenson. Leonie Stolberg. Claire Taylor. Landon Taylor. Morgan Thompson. Outstanding Senior in Visual Arts, Lily Tran. Diana Velasco. Outstanding Senior in Visual Arts, Abigail Williams. Aiden Wilson. Frank Zwolinski. Hunter Ballard. Outstanding Senior in Voice, Kelsey Baranow. Lauren May Bennett. Simon Collins. Nala Fisher. Outstanding Senior in Voice and Music and Media, Haley Glenn. Mia Nitchie. Quinn Robinson. Outstanding Senior in Voice, Charles Sanderson. And Laura Zimmerman.
One more round of applause for the FAC class of 2022.